Folks, welcome to another episode of Jim and Rob Overanalyze Movies. See it or skip it. And tonight we're going to be talking about an Oscar-nominated Best Picture. By the time you see this, we'll find out whether or not it won. But for now, it's still only nominated as a Best Picture. Conclave, political thriller where Rafe Fiennes, as Cardinal Lawrence, uncovers a conspiracy that could rock the foundations of the Roman Catholic Church.
Again?
During,
Just kidding.
during a conclave. Of course, this is the big meeting cardinals the Roman Catholic Church have after a pope has died to elect a new pope. Jim, all I can think of is this is like the OG back room.
Yeah.
This is the OG political back room, and it's even kind of referred to in the film backhandedly as they think, well, I feel like some Americans in a back room, and it's like,
Yeah.
BS. Real cardinals would have went, Americans know nothing about back rooms. We've been doing this for 1,000 years. Enough of that nonsense, though. Jim, Conclave, see it or skip it.
You know, probably not for everyone, but I would say see it. It's a slow burn, so you have to be patient, and not everybody is, so. But I would say see it.
I'm going to be a little stronger than Jim here. I'm like, yeah, see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if you don't like this kind of movie, you're not even watching this review.
That's a good point.
Just see it.
Yeah.
It's on. That's how we saw it. We saw it on streaming. It's on streaming. Check it out. If you get an opportunity to see it in the theater, why not? But a definite see it for me.
Yeah.
Jim, I'm looking forward to the deep dive, which we'll be doing, and I'll put a link to the live show up here because I'll be releasing this on the same day. That said, when I think about this film, if I were to sum it up all in one statement, I'd be like, it is a political thriller.
Yeah.
It kind of shows its airport book roots, it's like, hey, you're going to piss away an hour in the airport, and then, oh my goodness, that beeping just does not stop.
No. Means they elected a new chef, cook. I don't know.
What did you think? Like, is this? When I think about this film, at least right now, I may feel differently when we do the deep dive, but right now I'm thinking it is a very good film.
Yeah.
At times, there really are frames, every frame a painting, and then there's this movie. But at times, it's like, yeah, it's very good, but is it great? And I'm like, I'm not sure I could give it that. How does that sound to you?
I mean, you're not wrong about the sort of the airport book aspect of things. It looks smart, and I think it's got all the costuming of a smart movie. There's a couple things in the background. There's a couple points that aren't as subtly made. But it never relies on any. I don't think it relies on any kind of fake melodrama. And there's moments where people are sort of like hiding from each other, but there's not like a murderer loose in the Vatican. It's not like that kind of thing.
Yeah, it's not a Da Vinci Code BS. But
it feels like they have that really corny awards for movies for adults or whatever that they've had for a couple of years now. This would sort of work in that sort of crowd, I think. And it has been nominated for Academy Awards, but yeah. There was one reviewer that I read that said this movie isn't as smart as I think it is. I think that's a little harsh, but I think there's maybe a seed of something in there.
Yeah. I think I want to use the word light, but I think it's too harsh. It's just thematically, I think there are there was money left on the table here. Maybe that's it. And I think that goes to the roots. Robert Harris is Robert.
Yes.
Robert Harris, the writer of the book it's based on, wrote Pompeii, Enigma, fan of the movie and the book. The one and I think only movie produced by Mick Jagger.
Oh, sure, really?
Yeah. Great little movie. That said, it's funny. It kind of it promises maybe a little more thematically than it actually delivers, especially when we're talking about the Roman Catholic Church. There's a lot to talk about there.
History.
This movie is to kind of hint at it, but not not get into it. But again, it's a thriller, not the same spotlight.
Yeah, no, and it still is really good and very interesting, and it pays off. It pays off with your attention and
it does.
Your attention to detail and your active watching of it. I think
there is a moment. Isabel Rossellini is in this. There's a moment, and there's no spoiler here, but there's a moment where camera's tight on her face. She is given Fiennes' character, Cardinal Lawrence, the side eye and the subtlest way.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know. It could have been that she delivered it that way. It could have been that, they called lunch and she just, whatever it was. It is like, mwah. And there are lots of moments like that.
Yeah.
So see it. Folks, we will be doing, though, a deep dive. I will put a link up here to it. So that's yet another reason to like, subscribe, and of course, ding that bell.
And true story, I might expound upon this on the next episode. I once held the door open for Isabella Rossellini.
That may come up.
So that was,
all right. On that note, thanks for coming out.